to another edition of Sled Shed TV. As you can see, we're a little cluttered in here. We're in the middle of a resto job, another resto job. This time it is a 73 Massey Ferguson Ski Whiz 440 wide track. If you remember earlier, we did one on a Massey Ferguson Ski Whiz 300. What I want to show you is a couple little tricks on getting rid of rust. And we're going to do, this I really like, a factory speedometer kit we found in pristine condition with 0 miles on the odometer. Brand new, still in the box for this thing. We're going to do an installation on that. Actually, we're going to do a partial installation because we're going to kind of finish it off once we get everything back into the sled. So as you can see, we're down to the bare minimum here. Everything's stripped down. Everything's off of the sled, pretty much, so you can see by the pile. So, with that, let's get into it. We'll show you a couple tricks maybe to help you out. Here's our rear bumper. As you can see, over on this side, how the rust is taken over on this piece of metal. Here's what we've cleaned up. And what we're using is 3M discs. Now this is a coarse and a medium. There's also a blue one, which is a fine, and the mandrel, and they have 1/4 inch twist. You just put them on and they go in your grinder. So I have a grinder here already set up. The fine you're going to want to use for polishing and stuff. I'm using the medium. So what we're going to do here, we're going to go right over this. So that makes pretty quick work of that. Now I'm leaving swirl marks and stuff because it's the medium grit, and I want that brushed aluminum look. Now if you want to go back to your chrome or shinier, you'd want to go with the fine, and then you're going to want to go to triple aught steel wool, and then you're going to want to finish off with the old number 7 polishing compound. And that'll shine it right back up. But I think I'm going to stay with the brushed aluminum. I think that looks really well. Those discs are also very good. Let me move this out of the way. For the corrosion on top of your motor. It's taken all the oxidation off. It works really well. There again, if you want it polished, start out with your fine. Go to triple aught steel wool, and then finish it off with the polishing compound, and it'll look like brand new. Alright, here's the fun part. This is brand new in the box Ski Whiz speedometer kit. Back then, Ski Whiz didn't come stock with the speedometer or the tack, sometimes just the tack, depending on what model you got. All this stuff was aftermarket, so they sold it all in a kit. What you're going to get is your speedometer, and inside the box here is your mounting hardware for the cable and the gears and your cable, and your never failing set of instructions. So some of this, we're only going to do part of this because a lot of it has to go onto the chassis, and I'm not done with the chassis yet. Once we spray the chassis and the paint is dry, then we'll put the gears and stuff on. So right now what we're going to do is we're just going to put the speedometer face into the dash and leave it at that until we get that finished. So here's our dash. What we want to do is, the right side is where the speedometer goes. The left side is where the tachometer is going to go when I get it. It looks like I held the speedometer up and this ring is just inside the outside of the face. So what we're going to do is we're going to go between these two lines, drill holes so many inches around, and then we're going to take the grinder and we're going to go back around and cut through the plastic that's left and punch the hole out. Okay, now it's out. Okay, so our hole's now opened up quite nicely. We're going to take this. This has a gasket. It actually has two gaskets. This goes on in the front. This goes up through underneath and then gets squeezed together. You can put this in. Put this rubber gasket on. Rear ring goes on. And our plates tighten it up. There we have our new speedometer. It's in there great. Like I said, we'll hook up the rest when we get the chassis done. Alright, so that's it for this time around. I hope you found it informative. Hopefully next time we'll get this a little bit more restored and get some of this out of here and make a little more room for some more work. The next time we'll be on, White will be at Vinco Speedway doing some grass dragging. He's going to do some R&D testing for us for our new advertiser, so you're not going to want to miss it. So if I don't see you before, we'll see you on the trail.